hard to focus, just to persevere and just to make it. But everything that's within your grasp, you gotta take it, you gotta go hard and just dig deeper inside you to find that method, that mode that wants that hunger to survive, just to ride the grind, to take it the way you gotta take it and never stop.
I came to win, yeah, I came to win. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. Can't no one stop me, yeah, bring it in. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. Top down, faded windows tinted. Push it with it, push it to the limit. Top down, faded windows tinted. Push it with it, push it to the limit. Push it with it, push it. Winning so much that they seem wrong. Never gonna lose, that's my theme song. I'm just a Kill Billy jeans on. Back to reality, ain't no one bad as me. See, they be down.
I just want to say, you know, I love you, brother.
You know, I love you
I
too,
got
bro.
much respect for you. The older we get, we start to reflect. And I was thinking about it one day because somebody asked me to compare, and I said, forget the comparisons, because a lot of people don't understand is you came in him. It took the other guy a couple years to get him. We don't go into that. But then I said to myself, we never had an argument. No, seriously, Adam.
Not even
we never
one.
Had
Not one.
No, never had an argument. Never had a fight. He never missed me on the pass. I tried to never miss me on the pass. So the more that I think about it, when I left, they tried to make it a me and him thing. It was more about an ego thing. And it didn't take me till years after that, and this is what I was trying to tell Jaylen Brown. Don't worry about useless titles. Penny had his people that love him. I had my people that love him. And not only could we coincide, we did coincide.
Yeah.
But when they start trying to, oh, Penny got his money, you didn't get no money, it got to me. And, you know, when you're 24, you don't think about that. But the older I got, I thought about it. And I will always be trying to prop you up, brother, because, you know, again, they try to compare those guys. I played with a lot of guys, but it's only a few guys that came in him. I came in him, and you came in him. So when they start talking about Hall of Fame and all that, I don't want to hear that if he didn't get hurt. I'm going to definitely be throwing your name out there. And I just want to say I love you, brother. You know I love you.
I appreciate you and love you too, bro. The biggest thing, Eric Thomas said this, and it just resonated with me. He said, don't think about the obligation, think about the opportunity. And I knew what I had in you. You were the best that I ever played with. You pushed me to the highest level. Whatever I had in me, you brought more out every single night. You never settled for mediocrity. You're always about being the greatest and the best from when you stepped in and when I stepped into the locker room. So my thing was, the reason why we never got into an argument is because I understood the moment, I understood who I was playing with, and I was always thinking about the opportunity more so than the obligation. So that made me, you know, be great at the same time.
And I want to say, because I'm older now, I get to reflect on, so I made a lot of mistakes. If I ever was you, brother, I would like to take the time to apologize to you, man to man.
You never was an
Because
asshole
again,
to
when
me,
you're
though.
23 and you, I know, but I probably said some stuff I shouldn't have said. So if I ever did rub you the wrong way, I would listen. I was reflecting, and I'm watching things, and I hate to think about ifs, but the only question that really like is at the top of my if list is how many would Shaq and Penny would have got if they stayed together.
Yeah.
That question right there burns the most than any other question. Like I could say, oh, what if him and Stanley and Chris stayed in college? How many college? Like that's a cool question, but the only question that burns me to my soul is this one: how many is Shaq and Penny would have got if they stayed together? And then the second burning question is, how many would Shaq and Kobe got if they stayed together? Like those questions you can't answer because things that happen, those are the only questions that burn my soul. But I just want to say man to man, brother, because you know in the life we live, sometimes they force us to be. If I was asking to you and your crew, I apologize. But you know I love you, brother. You know I miss you. I'm happy for you. How many do you think me and Penny could have won if we stayed together?
And the team started being built around you guys?
Well,
yeah, I mean, as
yeah,
many
well,
as you have now.
And I feel that, but because of ego and useless titles and this and that, and this is what I was trying to warn Jaden Brown about. He wasn't paying attention. He still didn't know what I was talking about, but it's useless. Like, for example, you got the #1 podcast. What does that mean? What does it mean?
It doesn't really mean anything.
Adam, you're the #1 upcoming NBA commentator. What does that mean?
Well,
Shaq, you're the best big man ever. What does that really mean? Doesn't mean nothing. Are you a good person? You take care of people. You respect people. This is what life is all about. And then when I said we never had an argument, so now I'm looking back. Why did we break up?
Yeah,
egos.
Other people talking.
Egos. Yeah, other people talking, and like that was the only time I broke the professional jealousy thing because Penny was on my jersey sales. So I'm you know what? I'm gonna make a confession.
Okay.
When they said it wasn't my team no more, it hurt a little bit. So since they said it wasn't my team, it's his team now. Let's see what the other teams want to offer me. So the other teams offer me more than what my team was willing to offer, and I took advantage of it. But again, if I didn't have that attitude, how many could we have won? Because I was really, when I tell you that I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm like really smoking my hookah trying to go back. Like, no, bro, we never had a fight or argument ever. It wasn't no, and it was no never pat the ball. It was never that ever. When I say 0, 0. The 4 years we played together, I never had to go to him and say, "Hey, man, I'm open."
It's easy to look back and have retrospect and to get upset at our younger selves. I think the thing that I always think about is I never want to define myself by something that you said. Oh, I'm the best broadcaster or whatever. Because then what happens when you're not broadcasting? You lose yourself. And so for me, I never want to identify with someone else's rankings because then I'm always going for their approval. And that's not how I want to live my life.
And this is why I have problems with all these podcasts out now. Everybody's going for these useless titles, so they break a lot of rules to maintain that.
You really don't like Shannon Sharp. It's okay. We'll get past it. I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
No, it's not him. It's other people. Like I can tell the famous podcasters that really like being a podcaster. I don't want to be known for having a podcast.
Yeah. Well,
I do not.
You can stop saying that because it's offending me.
Let me tell you something. This is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
An opportunity. I'm doing it with my best friends. I don't want to be known for this. I'm already known for what the hell I'm known for. I'm known for 2 things: most dominant ever, and Shaq's a nice guy. That's it.
And the Shake memes.
Listen, #1 podcast, #2 podcast. I hate to be arrogant. Doesn't affect my money either way. You know, when you get older, you reflect. Those are the only questions I really think about. The second one is how many would I have won if me and Kobe stuck together?
Yeah.
That one's that's 60%, but the one that's 1,000% in my brain. How many championships would Shaq and Penny have won if they stayed together?
Especially because the East started to fall apart.
No, forget that. We never had a fight, bro.
Yeah.
Ever.
Can't say that about a lot of people.
I was never mad at him. Ever. He was never mad at me. Ever. I was upset because when he signed and sat out, I stuck up for him. When I signed and was sitting out, maybe he was sticking up for me, maybe he wasn't, but I didn't see it. And then you're hearing all that, oh, it ain't his team no more, it ain't no team no more. So I'm like, okay, if it ain't my team, what the other team's going to do? And then somebody else offered me more money, and I went. Never had a fight. Yeah, so it was more of a, and you know, but you know what's crazy about greatness? Sometimes you have to do that to become great. So even though I'm sitting here being hard on myself,
we wouldn't have had the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
You wouldn't have. And then to make it all grace. If I don't go there, oh boy, not a Laker anyway.
Oh, Kobe.
And if I don't go there, no, he's in Charlotte. He's in Charlotte. So, know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason, but do your research. If I don't go there, he's not there.
Well, our guy Penny Hardaway, coach in Memphis, we wish him all the luck. Great dude. I love that you guys can continue talking, and we'll keep it
Bro, we
rolling.
never
Big
had a
podcast.
fight.
And bro, I heard you.
No.
We're about to have a fight if you say it one more time.